Hey, Shawnee from SpeedCubeReview.com. It's been a while since I've 3D printed a puzzle, and one showed up as, I think it showed up as recommended. I don't remember. Maybe I just looked up Rubik's Cube and it was there. So either way, I 3D printed a cube. It looked like it was going to print nicely, and as you can see, it didn't. The corners just randomly near the end, some few at the end just flew off. And I thought, okay, maybe I need to clean my board. And so I took it, prepped it, readjusted settings, put my own settings in there, and made it better. And the same thing happened at the same place, so I don't know what's going on there. But now I have enough pieces, although some are finer print than others, I'm going to take it. If you're new here, welcome. Hit like, subscribe for more stuff like this in the future, and also for giveaways. And I just did the GAN i4 giveaway. Now for the giveaway, I used the most advanced random generator possible, and it picked a number, which was 41, which is Dylan Carrillo. You will be getting a GAN i4. Stay tuned for more in the future. I've got a lot of puzzles to give away. Okay, on to the cube. Some things didn't quite work as well as I'd hoped, but the edges look really nice. So let's just clean these up. Probably easier if I had the tools, but I'm going to take that. That's going to maybe cause some issues, won't it? Now, the orientation of this is exactly how it was on the design. So instead of printing like this and having a support here, it has a support underneath. And I changed it to tree support, but that seems to not be breaking off as cleanly. I printed this with a Bamboo Labs A4. Oops. Here's what the caps look like. Pretty good. Little extra stuff here. A couple things about this too that makes it kind of difficult to 3D print puzzles. I tried to print in place and that just failed epically because you need space between the pieces a bit more than what printing in place can usually do. And then also, what about springs? The way a Rubik's Cube works is that you have a bit of flex in there. That way, as you turn, the pieces can move apart and then snap back together. So you have a bit, you have the ability to not be super precise. I've gotten some ultra budget puzzles from the dollar store that don't have any springs in them, especially mini cubes. The old mini cubes used to just be like that. Actually, super mini ones still are. How do you do springs in a 3D printed one? Well, you either need to just 3D print everything except for springs, or create something with the plastic that allows for flexibility, which depending on the plastic is just not going to happen. Now this was printed with PLA. Okay, so if I snap this in, am I good to snap this in right now? That doesn't really want to do that. That's tight. Well, we have to. There it is. And it broke. Well, I'll keep putting this together for now and then print it with a different filament. And that broke too. Okay, round two. I used for the first time PETG, P-E-T-G. Am I supposed to say P-E-T in one word? I don't know. But, well, I printed off some extra ones too, just in case. But I realized too a good reason why it might be printing at an angle like this instead of the first time I ever printed something where one side was flat. It's that now all these layers look the same. So if you have any sort of filament that is a gradient, which this one actually is, although I don't know if it actually, I guess I can tell it got to another color. That would be the same. Also, if one side's textured, one side's not, the layer lines look the same. The center caps won't though. The center caps, if it's a gradient, won't really work the same, but you'll have similar layer lines. Yeah, definite gradient. So I've got a super cube now if this all works. How well do these just pop off? Ooh, so much more nicely. I brought a tool just in case. Okay, my mat is pretty awful for this cube right now. Wait, it won't even really work like a super cube. I just have color changing centers. Well, that's my fault for trying to get some cool looking filament. Oh, there we go. Okay, and one center. Already a lot better. 5 of the centers, and I read that we just do the last center at the end because if we put it on, we won't be able to get the last edge in place. Did that crack? No, it looks pretty good, I think. Doesn't want to sit well, though. Did something else break inside there? Yeah, I think something broke on that one because it just doesn't want to turn. But we're already there. Everything else turns nicely. It's this one. It's coming together pretty nicely. This is not a speed cube. Okay, there are no torpedoes on the edge, so that just sits there. Doesn't have to hook under anything. Final center. How hard is this going to be to get this final part on? Not difficult at all. Okay, it's real tight. But honestly, it feels like a classic Rubik's Cube, like one I got 12 years ago? Yeah, about 12 years ago. Okay. I'm going to add some lubrication to this. Keep turning it. Some jack-o'-lantern. There's no springs, so there's no flexing of this. So even if I drop this in here, I honestly probably should have added lubrication as I went, but I wanted to see what it was like without it. Immediately better. Like, night and day. Before it was just like a display thing. Now it is usable. Now as far as printing goes, I used 2 layers for the walls and I think like 15% infill. Okay. 56 to 57 millimeters. So you could definitely do thicker walls, more infill. 80 grams. This doesn't feel lighter than a regular cube. It doesn't really feel heavier. It feels like a regular cube. I'm worried about that center. The other centers. Will this replace regular cubes? No. Am I worried about some of that breaking? Maybe. I'll probably print another one and just see if it feels the same. I wonder if in time that'll go away. Or if something's just there and it's always going to be clicking. But with lubrication, yeah, this is great. Without lubrication, this would be unusable. But it's a free file. Check it out. I was completely wrong about this being a super cube since all these sides are the lighter blue. So I just basically have centers that are a different color. I'll put the link below to where you can get the file. Shout out to the creator for it. I'm real impressed with it. First time printing with a new filament, so that was fun. Learned a little bit about time-lapse video and how to make that not actually mess up your prints. So as always, thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. As always, keep following SpeedCube Review for more news and reviews. I want to say hi to everyone.